Okay, so this is going to be covering setting up your bottom of funnel or middle of funnel or what we would call retargeting campaigns. Okay, so middle of funnel are going to be people who are your people who have been watched videos for certain periods of time, 50% video watch time, 75%, 90% watch time, or it can be people who have engaged, like they've liked or commented on your posts. Those would be middle of funnel retargeting audiences. Okay, and then bottom of funnel retargeting audiences would be people who have actually landed on your website. So website visitors, people who have clicked certain buttons, they became leads maybe, or they've added to cart, or they've initiated checkout and they've started something, but they just haven't completed that final action. Or even if you are going after repeat purchasers and you have a product that people buy multiple times, like weekly classes or something, you can also retarget past purchasers in your bottom of funnel. Okay, so when you're building that out, you want to make sure that you have your naming conventions up here, so it's clear that it's going to be, middle of funnel, 50%, or like what I like to call high intent video viewers. That would be people who watched 50%, 75%, 90% of the videos that you're putting up. Or it can be, FB and Insta engagers, right? That could be middle of funnel. Okay. And then you would go down here, choose your destination website, most likely if you're just selling classes, choose your conversion goal and your pixel. So we have our pixel here, and then we want to choose our event. Our purchase event here is set up to track when people book a class. So all that's going to stay the same as like a top of funnel campaign. You're optimizing for the same conversion event. You're going after that purchase, okay? But where things change is you go down here. If you have it set up with Advantage Plus on, you're going to want to, you don't necessarily have to turn it off, but it makes it a little bit easier if you go down here for the limit reach, switch setup. Okay, this gives you a little bit more control. You can do custom audiences right here. You don't necessarily need to change the location or the age or the gender with retargeting audiences, because the retargeting audiences can be set off of like their actions rather than their demographics, like their age and their gender and location. Okay, so if you want to come down here, if you haven't created any of these audiences, they're not going to show up. You can see here that we have created audiences. So there's custom audiences in here, website visitors. You can see Instagram engagement, Facebook engagement for different things, purchasers, all these different audiences, all website visitors, all this stuff like that. So since we've already created them, we can come in here and just choose one. So if we choose all website visitors for 30 days, now that's telling Facebook, okay, we only want to target people who have visited our website in the past 30 days, okay? And that's a good bottom of funnel audience. Or if you're doing middle of funnel, you can do your engagers like Facebook video views, 50% 90 days, Instagram video views 90 days, right? Or you can do engagement. That would be more of a middle of funnel audience to go after. Okay, so if you haven't created them, you can come in here and create it directly from the ad set level. You click create new, create custom audience, and then it depends on what you want to do. If you want to do middle of funnel, you would come in here, create your video, click video, and then you can do different time frames. You do 3 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 25 seconds, right? And then you would just come in and select your different videos, right, that you want to do. It says 3-second video views here, it tells you how many. You can select that, boom, confirm, do a 90-day time period. You can do different times, label it 90-day, 25% video viewers, right? Create that audience, boom, now you've created it, and it shows up in here and you can run it and target it, right? Or if you wanted to create a website visitors one or a customer list, or there's literally so many options that you can create to retarget people, lead form, all this stuff. If you want to do website, you come in here and you can do, this is where you can either do your leads, your purchases, retarget those people, or you can just retarget website visitors, do your time frame, label it, AWV, 30 days, create audience, right? Based off of that, boom, now you can retarget it and you can run it. You're creating your campaign pretty much the exact same way as a top of funnel campaign or any other campaign you'd run. You're just changing the audiences that you're targeting, right? And then if you would most likely want to run different ads in your retargeting campaign that are going to be different than your top of funnel campaigns. Okay, so that pretty much covers everything for creating a retargeting bottom funnel campaign for today.